Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Gaia. And this is a new horror film from director Jaco Bauer, whose previous work I'm not very familiar with, but if it's anything like this, I would definitely be willing to check it out, because this is a creepy, unnerving, and deep, richly thematic film. And this film focuses on a forest ranger who winds up getting injured going through the woods, and two survivalists who live completely off the grid take her in, like a father and son, and weird things start happening. Her partner starts seeing some weird things in the woods. These survivalists have a strange connection to nature, and weird things start coming after them, and strange things start happening to their bodies through these strange spores and fungi growing everywhere, including on people. And this film takes like the love of Earth, which like obviously Gaia is the Mother Earth, to a whole new level. And this film is striking. The cinematography is beautiful, whether it's these downward shots of the forest. There's this incredible transition shot of all this fungi, and it's slowly panning up, and it's slowly just turning into the overall shot of the forest. And it's a very evocative shot, showing that transition of like becoming one with nature, becoming one with the forest, becoming one with the earth. And there's a lot of that. There's incredible practical effects, like all of the fungi and all of the like makeup that they put onto these characters, including some of these very, very strange creatures that are like straight out of like Pan's Labyrinth or something. And it's really eerie. Those eerie designs are so effective, and it's just something about the fungi like on people's skin and growing on people, and like these strange fungi creatures. There's just something really impactful about it, and it's very effective in causing some just terror and just atmosphere throughout this film. There's a couple of times where there's some like action and the editing's a little iffy. You can tell they're trying to hide, like, I don't know if it's like they're trying to hide some choreography, or they're trying to hide like some things that didn't work about the designs, but there's a couple of shots that feel like, oh, there's whole shots missing here, and causes some logical issues, but there's not a whole lot of that, so it's not something that really takes you out of the film. But this film really focuses on these deep themes of like this ranger, like she has her phone, she's from the city, and she has this life, this human life that we're all used to, where it's like we have these all the time, and these off-the-grid survivalists, especially the father, is extremely aggressive about how that's like destroying the earth, destroying us, and how we need to get one back to nature. And he definitely has a very strong connection to the earth, and that's something that really drives him and his actions, and there's conflict there, because between him and the ranger, there's some serious conflict that arises between them. And overall, this film can be pretty horrifying, and they set up these creatures in like nighttime, and how they are displayed and how you see them, and where this film goes is so effective in all of these different kinds of things. The performances are strong. It's a very small cast. You have Monique Rockman, who plays our main character, this forest ranger, Carol Nell, who plays the father, Alex Van Dyke, who plays the son, Anthony Asayemi, who plays the ranger's partner that has some unfortunate things happen to him. And it's a very small but effective cast here. Some things that didn't really work, like there's this budding romance between the park ranger and the son, and I'm like, why? Because you're just a couple of attractive young people and there's nobody else around. It kind of felt like that, and kind of forced. And I know they were trying to go for some kind of human connection here, but I felt like it was pretty unnecessary, and it didn't, like, it would have worked if I felt invested in it, but I really didn't. But it leaves a lasting impression with you, and I'm sitting here after watching this being like, that was really creepy. I'm going to be seeing these things for a while. And it leaves you with a very interesting shot at the end that leaves it open to, is the story really over? Is the effects of this journey really over on its survivors? And it's a pretty impactful final shot that leaves you thinking. And I'm still thinking about it. So, kudos to Gaia. But this film is really creepy, really unnerving, so well crafted. Narratively and subplot wise might not be the most enriching, but thematically it certainly is and has a lot to say. In the end, this is a really effective horror film, and I really appreciate it, and I hope it gets some love. But those are my thoughts on Gaia. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.